Welcome back to Trail Tested, everybody. Yeah, we got a super special one for you today. We're sitting here with the HappyRun G300 Pro. This is the 2025 version, so a couple little updates here from the last one. But nonetheless, let's get right into it. Now, this is a 72-volt system. So, as you can see right here, this is a 72-volt battery right here. First one on this channel, and it is a 30 amp hour battery. Nice big one. And this thing is looking sleek. They even claim up to 50 miles an hour because that is a 3,000 watt motor in the back. That peaks out to 6,500 watts. We'll put a good test to that. But here's the thing. Here's the biggest difference between this and other e-moto bikes is that this has a gearless direct drive motor in the back, opposed to mid-drive motors, which are very loud and clanky. This should be very quiet and silent on the trails. That's a good thing. Now, HappyRun claims up to a 60-mile range. We'll put a little test to that today, and a 350 max pound load, so you can definitely hold some cargo on this bike. All right, let's go in for some quality control. All right, let's dip in for some quality control here. All right, now everything is looking really slick. Everything's well built and well finished. I like it. This isn't so much like a sticker. This is like it's almost branded onto the frame right there. Pretty neat. Coming in, checking out some welds down here. The welds are looking pretty clean. I mean, these are actually the cleanest I've seen on any HappyRun bikes. No slag, splatter, nothing like that. Looking good right there. And check it out. We got a rear shock right there, and it's an air shock with some adjustments for your dampening and rebound. So we'll give those a little tuning on the trail. A little carbon fiber rear fender right there. And check it out. Wow. Look at those grippers right there. Because we are on the Carry Stone tires. All right, now this is a 7117 in the back right there, okay? And if you come to the front right here, you have a 7119. So we got a 1917. That is a proper motorbike setup right there. I mean, proper is 2118, but nonetheless, having a staggered wheel set, that makes for better trail riding. All right, checking out the rotors in the back here. We're on the DY Islands. I've tested those on some other bikes, and they done good, but this bike is a little bit heavier, and it looks like we're running that front and back. Looks like 180 millimeter rotors up there, and with some very nice spoked wheels here. I mean, that's a thick, probably about a 2-gauge spoke right there. All right, let's cruise up the front fork a little bit here. Ooh, check it out, a little carbon fiber front fender. Nice touch. All right, we got ourselves a little front plate here. Hey, you could put your own number plate on the front there. Pretty sweet looking headlight right there. Well built, fits the theme. And wow, we're at the top of that suspension, and we do have adjustments up top here. Very sweet. All right, honing in on that direct drive motor. There it is. It's a good size. I mean, it is bigger than my hand. It's a dinner plate for sure. All right, coming up the grippers, up that back. Ooh, some tail light, maybe blinker action. All right, let's run it. That back fender is carbon fiber as well. Well, carbon fiber dipped, you know what I'm saying. And the seat, now the seat. This looks like it's straight off of a Sur-Ron. I'm not saying they're knocking anybody off, but that would be a good thing because it looks just like it. So if you want to wrap this up or customize it, I'm sure there's plenty of options. Feels pretty good. I really like the geometry of this bike. It's swooping up and looks like it's going to hold you really good in that cockpit right there. And we'll keep cruising up, and we got some flamages right there. And this is the battery compartment. We got some keys right there. You pop it open, and this is where we'll slide the battery in. We'll pop that in there in just a second. And coming up to the handlebars, pow! Here's one of your upgrades right here. Before they had more of a mountain bike stem on it. Some legit bolt-down clamps to those triple trees there. All right, swinging on over, we got that ergonomic grip. It's all right, it's leather with that quarter twist throttle. I kind of wish it was a full throttle. And coming up the DY Islands, all right, hydraulic brakers, feeling good. Couple control panels there. We got display action. And then some more little features over here. Hey, it looks like we do have some blinkers. Sweet. All right, let's get into the battery. Let's check it out right there for some specs. 72 volt, 30 amp hour, 84 volt charge, max peak, 2,160 watt hours right there. All right, pretty sweet battery. The battery does come shipped separately, and here it is right here. It's even got a nice handle. Now, I've messed with a lot of e-motos before, and I gotta tell you, taking the batteries in and out are kind of a pain. This is the easiest setup to get a battery in and out on this bike. Pick it up. Nothing's in your way right there. Yeah, you can go one-handed and slide it in there and check it out. All right, once you push it in there, pop this on. This is how you're going to fire it up once you're ready. Put that on there, take it out. You are nice and locked in. Click that down. That goes down. Hit that click, and you hear the click, and you are good to go. Easy in and easy out. Now to charge up that 72-volt battery in there, they hook you up. We actually get a nice 6-amp charger right there. So we got a nice little fast charger from those guys. So that should only take about 6 hours from completely dead. All right, let's fire up the display. We are pretty much in direct sunlight right there. So we'll get a good look at that. All right, let's fire up that power button right there. 1, 2, 3, and a couple seconds, and there we go. We are fired up looking at it. Ooh, nice little display too there. Pretty sweet. You know what? Let's crack this freshie off. Oh yeah, so fresh and clean. All right, looks like we got our trip power modes. Let's pop into here. Max speed. All right, average miles per hour there. Speed. All right, so a couple things to go through. Nice looking display. It's pretty clean right there. Fits the bike very well. Go ahead and fire on this headlight right here. Pow! Now the headlight actually got multiple different headlights. When you click it on and click it off, it turns on to a different color. That's pretty sweet right there. I'll show you some more night shots soon with that, but very cool. And we got full blinkers too. You can register this as a moped up here in Minnesota. Now, when you do pull this bike out of the box, it does come locked. It's very simple to unlock it. You just turn it on. As soon as you see that display start turning on, you click this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then you are unlocked for full speed mode. All right, let's go for a quick no load run. Oh yeah, that spins right up 50 miles an hour. Now, I would have liked to see this bike produced with pegs, but nonetheless, maybe for legal reasons, this could be a good thing for us. Here we go. We got a little chain ring on here, but it's a single speed. I'm glad they didn't put no gears on it, no nothing. This is going to stay nice and tight and shouldn't make much noise on the trail. All right, guys, we will chitty-chatter a little more on the trail out there. I'm way too excited for this one. Let's get it out there. Let's get it sent and tested. Let's go. Hey, guys, give you a quick look before we hit the trail. How I look on this bike. I am 5'9", standing right over it, flat foot, no problem. Pretty cozy right there. Ooh, nice suspension too. All right, guys, let's hit the trail. Let's go. All right, we are all fired up. Let's get to the trail. Woo, that's got a good pickup right away. All right, let's get it out here. Let's go through this. Looks like we're in a pedal assist mode right now, 10, going about 12 miles an hour. We'll kick it up, right up a little bit there. Nice kick power. 18 miles an hour, nice little cruising speed. Boy, this thing is quiet. It's dead quiet, silent quiet. All right, bedding these brakes in. Wow, that front suspension's going nice. All right, put it up in the 3 right there, and oh yeah, this thing's taking off. All right, I gotta slow down around these roads right now. All right, this thing is feeling nice and nimble. Very good. Very, very smooth so far. I like it. The balance seems dead on. Very nice. Brakes are bedding in. They're bedding in. All right, let's bump it up to power assist forward. We'll do that top speed test soon. Let's get this thing onto some dirt and onto some gravel where it belongs. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, this thing's pulling. All right, first things first, the suspension is soft. It's so buttery smooth. Right out the box. I did not adjust it or add any air or nothing. We are cruising. Oh yeah, you get on the throttle, 30 miles an hour, 33. Yes, it's got the speed. Woohoo! All right, initial impressions. I love how quiet it is compared to my e-moto bikes. I don't hear nothing. I can't even hear the tires even. Just the wind going through my ears. This is very awesome. This is the way to get around. All right, doing about 25 miles down the trail here. It's a little sandy, a little rough. Not hearing any squeaks or bumps coming from nothing. Even this front suspension, you can see the air shocks go in and out a little bit. As the hydraulic forks, here we go. Woo! Yes, taking it like a champ. Now, I really wish that back brake was on the opposite side of the throttle. That way I could keep my finger on that back brake and do some more maneuvering a little easier instead of having to switch up my finger there. But nonetheless, going good. All right, guys, we got our first serious challenge coming up. I mean, serious. I know these GoPros don't do much justice, but even 250cc, 40 horsepower motorbikes, I struggle up this because you got to hit that path just right. So we got to cut up and we got to rip up it good. All right, if it can make it up this hill, money well spent right out of the box already. Nonetheless, not much of a run up. 3, 2, 1, come on. Oh, little wheel spin. Come on, pull, 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 pull. Oh, I'm losing traction with that little skinny tire. Oh, I'm full throttle. Oh, I'm spinning. Yes, it's doing it though. Yes. G300 conquered Everest. All right, and back on the trail. And keep in mind, I do have a 40-pound camera backpack full of tripods, 4 different cameras and everything on the back. All right, check it out, guys. we have made it to heaven. All right, full send time. Here we go. Watch this speed going down this hill because we're going to pick it up fast. Here we go. 30. And we're airborne. Oh, yes. Suspension's like money. All right, let's dig into this rut right here and see if we can't just power out of it. Oh, yeah. Tiny little delay in the throttle, but it's pulling good. 30 miles an hour almost. Oh, yes. Up and over. Tabletop action. Let's send it. Woohoo! Very nice. Oh yeah, perfect little break-in for this bike right here. Absolutely. Now, as far as that low-end torque goes, it doesn't have a whole ton of it. It is a hub motor back there after all. All right, pull it up for another send. Woohoo! All right. Coming on back. All right, we're gonna get out of the UTV track and we're gonna head to the pit bike track. That is where we're on our way to. Ooh, good ground clearance right there. All right, back on the trail. Let's get full throttle here. Let's get these tires nice and warmed up for this next event because we are going to get a little airtime, aren't we? All right, wow, yes. Oh, this thing is tracking. It's tracking good too. I like it. Skrrr. And here we have it. We made it to the other part of heaven, the pit bike track. Now, these are not BMX jumps. These actually have some pretty big lips and they're pretty tall too. Woo! All right, guys, we have made it to the pit bike track. Let's get a little sendy around here and see what the HappyRun G300 Pros got for us. Let's hit it. Woo! All right, first send up. Wow, oh, yes, we are ripping. Oh, pulling the turns. Watch that back brake right there. Hit the corner. All right, full speed. And oh, yes, cased it. Woo! Up and over, no problem whatsoever. All right, we got to get some speed up for this one. This is a bigger table. Full speed in, here we go. Oh yeah, floated it like a dream. Oh yes. All right, back in the berm. Woo. Actually, these tires are gripping pretty good in these little banks right here. Skirt. All right, first run on the G300, not bad. Suspension's a little soft, but hey, it's a trail bike, not a jumper. Let's keep ripping, shall we? All right, let's keep shredding, shall we? Oh yeah, we're roosting. Yeah. All right, coming back around for the big double again. Here we go, up and over. Oh, no problem, soft as can be. Woo. All right, we gotta clear this one this time. We gotta really get around this corner and hit it hard. And, oh, not quite enough power. Woo. All right, seat bounce. Oh yeah, seat bouncing works. All right, coming on back up the jump. Oh yeah, nice floater. Coming in hot. All right, it's time for that full speed, high speed test. Let's get right into it and let's just rip it. All right, hope you can see me down there. Got all the power on right here. We are down one battery bar. We're 7 miles in. Ready, set, go. Oh, little burnout right there. There we go. We're at 20 miles an hour. Oh yeah, 30 miles an hour. Oh, 40 miles an hour. We're shredding. Oh, hit the brakes or we hit the mud. Oh yes, I couldn't see what we had there, but it had to have been about 45 miles an hour. Woohoo! All right, guys, that was ripping down that hill for sure. Looked like I had about 45 on the dash there. We'll do official top speed here in a minute, but let's get some more ripping in, shall we? Woo. Woo. All right, guys, let's go. I am absolutely blown away by this bike so far. At $2,500, this is the most capable e-bike I have ever ridden or been on. That is for sure. Or tested on this channel. All right, let's get out of the pit bike track there and let's go back for some trail sending. We got some full speed sends coming up. It is fall time here, so this should make for some awesome, beautiful sends. All right, now believe it or not, we are 8 miles in, wow, and we have only lost, whoa, 1 battery bar. So the battery is doing absolutely awesome. I'm gonna send a tabletop here. Oh yes, ripping with the backpack on. All right, going in top speed run here. 22, downhill, we're at 32, 30, 40. High speed brake test, yes. Now, what this bike's really got going for it is its weight. It is lightweight. I mean, you grab right here, swing it around, you can move it wherever you need to get onto the trail. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hold that throttle pin as we rip through this section. Wow, see, this is where this bike is shining. I mean, it's so smooth and it's so quiet. Yes, check it out, up and over the log. Oh yeah, full sends here. Woo! Oh, here comes a bump. Oh, we caught full airage and the bike tracked very well on the brakes hard. Down and up and around there, up, down there, and back on the throttle. Yes, trail ripper is for sure is what this thing is. The power delivery is pretty good. It's not like overwhelming, but it keeps climbing and climbing and getting faster and faster as you hold that throttle down. All right, coming up on here, around here and down. We got some technical turns coming up. Put the foot out. Watch out for the tree branch. Oh, yes, up and over there. This bike is absolutely dominating. I ride these trails a lot with my Teleria, and I gotta say I'm having the same amount of fun as I do on that bike as I am on this right now. No doubt about it. And for half the price, for sure. Half the price as well. It just keeps pulling. Oh man. Now with all the laws and regulations, what's going on in the United States, I think in 2026, it's not a bad idea to have some pedals on this bike, especially if you're just commuting around town, getting to work and whatnot. And as far as trail riding goes, this is it. This is the most fun you're gonna have for your dollar. I can pretty much guarantee it. All right, guys, we've been blasting through the trails for 10 miles now. No idea what's coming up. Oh, into the mud. Suspension and wheels did not let me down right there. That was sketchy. And we are back onto the road. Total domination of the pit bike track. Total domination of the trail. G300 Pro is doing it so far. All right, let's go for that top speed run. We are 3 out of 5 batteries, so we'll see what this can get up to. It's still pulling really good though. At 35 right now. Keep it cranking. We're gonna go to a little downhill. Give us a little boost. All right, here we go. 42 on the dash, 44, 46, 48. We got 50 on the dash, but can it hold it once we get to the flat? Let's find out. All right, we are flat out. 48 on the dash, 47. Very good. This bike is super stable as well. Look at that. Very nice. Let's go for a little death wobble test. Yep, no death wobbles. Check. All right, let's go ahead and put this at about 25. Let's see how these brakes do on the road here. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, yes. Yeah, we get total lockup, no problem whatsoever. Check out that skiddy. It tracks super straight too. The brakes are doing it. They are probably the weakest point on this bike, but they are doing just, woo, I can smell the rubber burning. All right, and can the G300 hang? Let's find out. Oh yeah, it can hang. If you know how to stunt, it can do it. All right, guys, we're bringing the G300 in for a little pit stop. Woohoo! Check it out right here. Trust those brakes good enough to stop in front of the Bentley. And there you have it. Thank you guys so much for riding with me today. Hey, yeah, guys, so there you have it. There's the HappyRun G300 Pro. Absolutely dominating all of my tests today. Nonetheless, full domination. Let's go ahead and check our range real quick. It wasn't the longest range today here. 12.1 miles on there. I'll put all the range data up top. But with that 12 miles right there, and we still have half battery bars left, that is pretty good because I was ripping and dipping up and down those hills, just trying to set up shots and stuff. So I was really working the motor and controller on this bike all day, that is for sure. So as far as hitting jumps goes, it floats very nicely. Sure, there's a little bit of weight in the back there that you can feel it counterate a little, but nonetheless, you just lean forward a little and it's butter. The suspension at the price point of this bike, I cannot complain. I like it just the way it is. I did not dial in or out the suspension at all during the review. And I'm riding at about 150 pounds today. Yeah, I wish we would have had little better brakes in the back and front, just little bigger rotors. I think that would have done just fine. I think I was hearing a little bit of whistling, and I think that whistling was coming from the air, cutting through these little vents right here and making a little noise. Nonetheless, easy fix, the little number plate. The light, I'm digging the light today. I even got complimented on the trail on that light there. The bars are good. They're fine. I might put some of my own Renthals on there, but nonetheless, they are just good. I would much rather see a full twist throttle on here, and they sell them online. If you want to put a full twist on, you can. They sell them. But nonetheless, the quarter twist, it did okay today. So yeah, what more to say? This is the HappyRun G300. If you're looking for your first bike, or you just want to get out there and have some some fun on the trails and not make all that two-stroke noise, this is the best option right here. So yeah, guys, I'll have a link down below where to find this bike, and if I have some coupon codes, I'll throw them in there to save you some money. But hey, guys, nonetheless, this has been Trail Tested. Happy trail, guys. Peace.